What's up, traders? John Howell here. In this video, what I want to do is I want to my thing's all over the place, isn't it? What I want to do in this session today, guys, is I've had some people ask me about my trading setup. What does my trading setup look like? How do I trade the markets? My trading. What sort of markets do I trade? Hey Nasdaq. What sort of markets do I trade? How do I trade the markets? What's my trading setup? And all that sort of stuff. So that's what this video here is all about, guys. Just to give you guys a little bit of a quick insight to my trading setup and how I trade the markets and what I look at. So right now, guys, as I speak, it's the afternoon. Right now, as I speak, it's the afternoon for me in Australia, and I am currently trading a lot of the futures and a lot of the Forex market. Now, how do I trade that? I simply sit on my backside and wait and wait. I watch the 2-minute charts, 5-minute charts, and 15-minute charts for entries. Right now, I'm looking at right now as I speak. I'm looking at, and I'll show you in a minute. John Wayne, I just got started, man. I just got started. Yes, been waiting for this video for a while. Oh, Marcus, are you talking about like to see my trading setup? Is that what you're saying? Yeah. Well, I've also been watching the cricket match. Fantastic. So anyway, right now I'm actually looking at, and I'll actually give you a bit of an intro tour as well. As you can see, this is my office here, by the way, guys. I have no qualms about it. There's my complete out of the office. There's a whole bunch of books through there in home study courses and so on and so forth. And so I'll give you guys, once again, I'll give you guys a bit of a tour right in a minute of basically my office and how I trade and so on and so forth. But right now, as I'm speaking right now, guys, in the morning, my time, give you guys a bit of a, if you guys don't know, how I trade the market is this. I get up first thing in the morning, my time, Sydney, Australia, because that's where I am. Okay. And by the way, guys, I'm going to give myself a bit of a plug here. If you guys haven't got the free trial to the Master Trader Lab, plus also the 6 massive courses I'm giving away, then go to mastertraderlab.com. There's a little plug for you. And lock in your $6 per month. Anyway, the way that I trade the markets is, okay, I get up first thing in the morning and I like to trade the last hour of the US stock market. What does it simply mean is that I have a Irish accent. Do I have an Irish accent? Do I? There you go. So I trade the last hour of the US stock market. The reason why is because I'm trading the daily chart. The reason why is because I'm getting intraday and then I'm holding 1 to 5 days, or I'm holding for sometimes a couple of weeks, and sometimes I'm in trades right now that I'm holding for at least a few months or more, as I'm capitalizing on this big move that's happening right now. And so that's what I do on the stock market. Okay, I trade options over those things. Very rarely will I actually, don't remember the last time I actually bought a stock itself. I mainly just trade options over those markets. Now, as I speak right now, all I do is I just buy the option and I sell the option. So it simply means I don't do any selling of options. I simply just, because I'm really good at picking the direction overall. What I mean by that is that when I have a trading setup that meets my style, I know when I have an A+ trading setup, 90% of the time I'm going to generate a profit. Now that may be once a month, that may be once a week that I get that set up. I don't do anything, and then that's 90% of my trading. And then 10% of my trading, I do what I'm doing right now, where I'm jumping on some nice sort of longer term trades, which means these trades are lasting between say 3 and 6 months. That's probably 10% of my trading, but 90% of my trading is short term, where I'm in and out within a week, sometimes up to 1 or 2 weeks. Sometimes, if it's depending on the setup, I will let it go for about a few weeks to a month. That's more of a longer term trade. So that's basically what I'm comfortable with. The reason why, guys, is that because I know whatever and I'm using the pen today, guys, not my thing, right? Actually, you know what? Let me get the highlighter. I'll do this. If you guys remember my stream yesterday. Anyway, So that's what I do on the stock market. The reason why I do that, guys, is one, the leverage that I get out of the options. I don't have to spend a lot of time. All I have to do is wait for some good quality setups throughout the entire year. I don't have to trade a lot, and my percentage return can be enormous if I'm just waiting for those really good quality setups. So on the low end could be 50, 60%, and then on the high end it could be anywhere between 500 and 1,000% return. Yes, I did say that, but that 1,000% return takes getting the direction right, and two, probably takes about a month or so for that thing to eventuate to happen. So it's not like 1 week, you know what I mean? So anyway, like my hair, Johnny Bravo hair today. Anyway, so that's what I do that's what I do with the stock market in the morning. Okay, that's how I trade the markets. The reason why, once again, is that because one is because it's leveraged, and two, I can make a really good return. One, I can make a really good return, and two, whatever money I put on that option, I know that that's my maximum risk in the markets. So if I have 20% of my entire account in a couple of positions in the markets, then I know that if the whole world turns to custard and I lose that entire position because it just goes to zero, well, I've only lost the amount of money that I've got in the market at that time. So that gives me a buffer to say, okay, yes, I'm trading a highly leveraged instrument and I can make a good return, but if everything goes wrong, then I've still got 80% of my account there, so to speak. Does it make sense? So that's it's all about protecting the risk, but also increasing the reward. So that's the reason why I like to trade options when it comes to that sort of stuff. Then in the afternoon, I do what I'm doing right now, which I'm about to show in a minute. I trade the top 6 forex pairs. The top 6 forex pairs the top 6 forex pairs. And then I also trade the futures, which is the Dow Jones, the S&P, the Nasdaq. I also trade the Australian 200 as well too. I'm just looking at my list right now. The German cash, which is the DAX. I trade that as well too. Copper, the FTSE, Hong Kong, China cash, crude. I also got Bitcoin and Ripple there as well too. I don't trade those, Bitcoin and Ripple, but or should I say no, I do trade those, but I wait for a really good setup. I've only had one trade on Bitcoin, and that was a short trade that you guys saw if you were around that time, where you saw that there before. And then I also have gold and silver as well too. So I'm looking at all those markets there because I'm just waiting for a really, really good quality setup, and then I'm looking through it. So let me share with you my setup here, guys, in what I do. So firstly, let me actually bring you around. I'll bring you around to here first, okay? So firstly, this is my laptop, where I watch YouTube videos and stuff like that when I'm just watching the market. This is the microphone here, guys. This is the microphone here. This is the microphone here that I use to record those videos. So when you see me do those videos, which I just did some videos just recently, this is the microphone that I use for that. Then I put that over here. So what I've got over here is this, and this is, can you see that? So over here, what you can see is this is 6 different forex pairs. It's the 5-minute chart, and I'm watching that because that's my main chart. I'm looking for my setup. It's the 5-minute chart or the 2-minute chart. But I know that if I'm seeing a pretty good setup on the 5-minute charts, these are the 5-minute charts. As you can see, we've had some pretty big movement because of the Apple thing that happened just recently. So let me see if I can bring it a bit closer for you. So this is a widescreen. This is, as you can see, it's a pretty big widescreen, and this is 6 different forex pairs. And this is just the main forex pairs. It's the USD, Great British Pound, the Aussie dollar, Canadian, USD Canadian, USD JPY, the euro, and also the Swiss franc as well too. Swiss franc, which, as you can see, right, that's basically what I trade through there. And all I'm looking for is my setup. That's all. And I just sit there and I've just got to wait and wait. And as you can see, today is actually pretty quiet. You can look at the charts. They're actually we had that big move, that big volatile move because what happened with Apple just recently. But then something gone quiet. So I don't do anything. My job is to trade. I'm paid to wait. So I look on there, and then whenever I see a good setup, then that's basically whatever I trade through there. Then I have a couple of other charts through here. So I have, I didn't realize I had something on here. Something just came up. So then I have this other one through here. All right, so that's that one through there, which is just another one. That's an hourly chart. So let me see if I can do this thing for you. All right, so this one here is, can I do that for you? Yeah. So this one over here, that's the hourly chart and the 15-minute chart. This one over here, this is the 5-minute chart and the 2-minute chart. And this over here is, as you can see, that's my actual trading list. So you can actually see that's all the different stocks, all the different markets that I look at here. And whenever I flick over that, like I can, yeah, whenever I flick over that, it'll bring up the different charts here. So this one here, these ones over here, guys, they stay the same. All right, they stay the same. But whenever I'm flicking through my watch list, which is all these markets, it changes. It's connected through to here. So if I do that right now, so if I bring up, say, let's bring up the NASDAQ, you'll be able to see the NASDAQ. Click on the NASDAQ, and you'll be able to see that all that simply changes. So now I'm looking at the NASDAQ. Or if I go and have a look at, say, something else, right, you can see how they all change. 2-minute charts, 2-minute charts, 2-minute charts, 2-minute chart, 5-minute chart, 15-minute chart. And then I just simply do that. Okay, then I just simply do that. And then over here, I have something like FinViz or Investor.com, some other websites that I use. Plus, I also have my trading platform here that I use to actually enter the trades on. So yes, that's basically my setup there, guys. So this is actually a big TV screen. These are two 27 inches, and this is a 35-inch widescreen. And then I have my laptop there as a backup as well too. So there we go, guys. That's a bit of a so that's a bit of an update on how that's my trading setup. And as you can see, right, if I go back here a bit more, you can actually see it. That's that there, pen and paper, and then all that through there. So, and this is what I do, guys, in the afternoon, my time. I just sit down for 4 or 5 or 6 hours, and then I'm just watching the markets to see it unfold, and then I'm just waiting for my setup. And then if there's no trade, I'll come back tomorrow. And if there's no trade, I'll come back tomorrow. And if there's no trade, I'll come back tomorrow. And yes, I did just say that. Sometimes I don't have a trade all week, and I'm watching all these markets. And right now there's actually nothing. That's why I'm doing this recording for you, because I'm bored as hell. And plus I actually got a lot of questions about that as well too. So there you go, guys. That's my trading setup. That's how I do my trading. I'm a very active trader, as you can see, right? I'm in these markets all the time. So when I'm doing these YouTube videos and, obviously got my Master Trader Lab, my coaching program, I'm a pretty full-on trader. I trade these markets a lot every single day. So this is a bit of a behind the scenes of my trading setup and what it's like and so on and so forth. So, yeah. So once again, guys, what I'm looking for on these charts is either the 2-minute chart or the 5-minute charts. Every now and then I'll get a 15-minute chart set up, but I'm looking for my trading plan, my trading setup, and I will not trade until I get that. Once I get that, that'll give me the confidence to put a nice whack of my account on there. I'm not talking about 50% or more, but have a nice decent trade out of it. And those A+ setups, as I said before, my A+ setups work out 90+% of the time. There's not a lot of them. There might be one a month. There might be one a week. So there's been some months where I've had no trades, and then there's been some months where I've had 4 or 5 trades. So I don't tell the market what to do, as I just simply trade those. So that's a bit of a background, guys, about my trading setups and so on and so forth. Once again, first thing in the morning, guys, I'm trading options. So I have right now, I use a bit of a background, the software I'm using. In the morning, when I get up first thing in the morning to trade the US market, I'm using TC2000 as my charting software, and plus also I can run a lot of scans. I've imported, I've created basically scans and created some code to look for the setup that I'm looking for. My private clients get that as well. And then every single morning I'm doing the scans, but not only am I doing the scans, but most mornings it's an hour. Like this morning, I got up early, so I actually spent 2 hours going over gold charts, going over the gold indexes, going over some stocks like Facebook and all that sort of stuff, just doing analysis after analysis after analysis after analysis, like I'm so whole in it. Then running my scans and all that sort of stuff. I'm using that. Then I'm using Interactive Brokers to place the trade. So, and all I'm doing is I'm just going over there and I'm just using their web trader. That's all I'm doing. I'm not using the trader workstation. I'm not using anything funky. Is my job is actually just to get the direction right. So I hardly ever look at my Interactive Brokers account. Why? Because majority of my time is focused on the charts. Because if I focus on the charts, then the trading account will sort itself out. Makes sense? Then in the afternoon, with the software that I use right now is a program called Pro Realtime. Now, Pro Realtime is connected to a broker here in Australia. I'm not sure if they're overseas, called IG, where IG Markets or the IG, I think it's called IG.com. IG allows me to trade all these markets. Now, there's spreads on these on these markets. And that's the platform that I shorted Bitcoin with a while ago. So when we got the breakout and I said Bitcoin's going to explode to the downside, that is, and I shorted Bitcoin and I made a really nice trade on that. I used the IG markets to short Bitcoin. It's more like a CFD trade, contracts for difference. I'm not going to tell you guys what to do and so on and so forth, but that's the setup that I use, and I use that to be able to trade. Those different markets and so on and so forth. So there we go, guys. That's my setup here. I'm a full-time trader, guys. I trade these markets every single day. My main focus is trading, because once you know what to do with trading, you can do so well out of it. You just got to know how to look at the big picture and know what to do every single day. My big picture is I want to make X amount of dollars from trading. But my job every day is just to wait as long as I have to take a trade. The number one biggest problem that most traders have is that they're so impatient that they just don't know how to wait, and they don't know how to wait. And some people just say, like John, like, what do you do when the market's quiet? One, I don't trade. Two, I watch a lot of YouTube videos, and that's the truth, Or I might read a book or something, or do something, and then every half an hour or so, I'm going through my watch list. I'm going through the 2-minute chart, 5-minute charts, 15-minute charts, and hourly charts. I do that every half an hour, maybe once every hour, and I'll do that just to see what's going on. What's going on with the smaller picture? What's going on with all these other markets? Silver, gold, oil, a couple of cryptos there, and so on and so forth. The reason why, by the way, guys, I have Bitcoin and Ripple, XRP, on my list because one, Bitcoin was a trade that I took just recently, but also gold. Sorry, not Bitcoin. Sorry, XRP. XRP is one of those cryptos that I actually like for a bit more of a longer term investment. So I might be doing it through this platform. So that's the reason why I've got it there, and that's the reason why I watch it every single day. So every single day when I'm going through my list, I look at it, and I look at the daily charts, look at the weekly charts as well too, especially on those crypto markets. I want to be able to see that as well too. So I look at the longer term charts as well too, and then I drill it down. So there we go, guys. As I said before, like, my main focus is trading. I'm a full-time trader. I trade every single day. I trade 1 to 2 hours in the morning, as I said before, and then I'm trading 5 to sometimes 8 hours at night, depending on how I feel. If I start to get really, really tired in the markets, then I will shut down, and I won't trade anymore, because when you get tired, you make bad mistakes. You try to force it and rush it, and then it doesn't work out there. So anyway, guys, so let me go through these questions here. I'm just looking at the questions now for you guys. All right, so let's go through these questions here for a minute. Been waiting for this video. Fantastic. Yep. I also been watching the cricket match. Apple is creating the trouble. Yeah, Apple got hammered last night. I wonder. I don't know. Apple's warning China worries hit Asian shares. Apple cuts sale forecast as China sales weaken. Okay. Yeah, Apple's, yeah, I don't know about Apple, guys, because they're trying to counteract the not as many sales, but they've been bumping up the price. So I'm not sure. Anyway, RS action. Do you day trade? Yes, Harry. I was talking about that before. That's how I day trade. I get in on the 5-minute chart, and then I might hold it for maybe 5 or 10 minutes and get out. Sometimes a bit longer. But on the stock market, nah, I'm generally like a 1 to 5 day type of trade, and then sometimes a lot longer there. FB is pumping good. Facebook, not really. It's been going sideways for the last month now. Even last week, I can see FB, Amazon is so green. Not really, not Amazon. That's still forming that pretty big head and shoulder formation there. What software is that? I was talking about that before there, Mark. TC2000, my charting software for stock market, interactive brokers for my broker to trade the options, and then I use IG. I use a broker called IG to place my futures and forex trades, and then the software that I use is called Pro Real Time for my forex and futures markets, and also crypto market there. Is crude oil rebounding, Johnny? Not yet, anyway. Not yet. It's been short term. Obviously, we're getting. Let me have a look. Actually, let me have a look at crude oil right now. What are we getting right now on crude oil? Short term. Now that the last we did get a bit of a spike just recently out of crude oil, but yeah, the reason why I'm right now is I'm just looking at the markets. Yeah, so we did get a bit of a spike just recently when we had that thing happen with a lot of the forex markets, but ever since then, nothing's really going on. We've got a bit of a spike for 1 hour, and then we've had a bit of a pullback. But that's the short term there. Long term, we've just been sort of basing out a little bit, which is understandable. We've had so much price going down. That it needs a bit of time to refuel again. Gold is rising. It sure is on the short term. Will it long term? I don't know. I did a video today saying gold will explode and if we start to break above those key levels there, then yeah, gold's going to explode. But if not, we could actually see gold actually go back down again. So are you bullish crude oil? Not right now, no. Why would I be bullish crude oil? The trend's down. And I definitely don't try to pick bottoms. So yeah, all right, guys, well that's it for this session today. I just wanted to share with you my trading. Woo! There we go. All right, so I wanted to share with you my trading setup. Once again, laptop, and then I have 1, 2, 4 screens through there. And that's what I do with my trading every single day, guys. So this is behind the scenes of what happens every single day in my life and what I do with these markets, guys. So hope you have an amazing day, guys. Remember, make sure you go down to mastertraderlab.com to grab your free trial and those 6 massive bonuses as well too. You can do this, guys. You can do this. Your number one thing is going to hurt you is you're impatient. If you slow down and be patient enough, you really can start to take good quality trades, not trade a lot, but over the next 6 to 12 months, your account will start to nicely grow because you've just been patient and waiting for those good quality setups. And as you can see what I'm doing here right now, I trade intraday charts, I trade a lot of markets, and I'm happy to sit here for a whole week, for a whole month if I have to, and not take a trade. But when there is a beautiful setup, you better believe it, I'm hitting it hard and getting out of it as quick as possible as well too, for a nice profit. So have a great day, guys.